I just did it to my page.
I'll let my 200 followers know.
Yeah,
Hey, but I live for your stories, Michael. I live for them, man.
Yeah.
Especially your kid.
The food, the family, and the fun. That's my dopamine right there. You know.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. I had the uh-oh thing with your kid the other
Oh
day.
my god.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Rascal. I'll let
All right.
my 200 followers know.
We are live.
Hey, but I live.
Live?
We're live. Who
Live.
wants to do the intro today?
I mean, I feel like we can all do it at this point, right?
Let's just pick up all of our supplements and just show everyone.
Right?
This is the
I
intro.
feel like this is the intro. I've got mine all kind of set out here nice and pretty, so I don't want to mess it up. It's kind of
I would say the same, but I just threw mine on my screen. So
OCD.
there we go.
That's a good intro.
All right, well, we are live. I think we already have, wow, that's the record fastest we've started getting people watching. I think people are ready for
Probably
this one.
pissed off from waiting.
Yeah, people are waiting for this one. It's been a week since we tried to do it last week, and then I think this is going to be the time that it really comes together. So
Yeah, so this is a continuation. I feel like this is just a mini series that we're doing here.
Within this.
Yeah, trying to sort of see what we can sort of figure out. So it's like being back with part of the family, I think.
well, if GLAXON gets separate seasons, we get a whole season of episodes for sirs, right?
Right.
Well, so I guess let's let you guys do a little bit of an intro. What do we have here, and what are we doing tonight? Give us a little bit of a laydown. What we're allowed to know.
All right, so welcome to the Supplement Industry Roundtable Russian Roulette Edition. Okay, so what I have here is a wheel, and then on this wheel, there are 12 different segments. And your beloved sirs have each gotten about half a dozen different kinds of powders and half a different kinds of capsules, and they're gelatin capsules. So what we're going to do for Ben, for Justin, and for Jacob, we'll have 4 rounds where there will be no duplicates. So if, say, Ben gets a number 1, Jacob can't get a number 1. So we're going to do 4 rounds of this, which should cover all 12 of the different ingredients and things that you guys have. We will give you approximately 15 minutes to guess what you have. I'll grab a pencil and I guess keep score, and we'll see who is the Russian Roulette Supplement Industry Roundtable champion. So the drinks are rated. These guys have some water with them. They're going to mix in about 8 ounces of fluid. Like I said, the gelatin caps are going to be immediate release, so they should feel the pop of whatever stimulus it's going to be. All these are in Roman numerals. Their bags also in Roman numerals for no reason at all. So what we're going to do we want to just start off with round 1 and get this thing underway and start going with questions?
I'm going to set a timer, and every 15 minutes, we're going to do this for the first hour.
All right.
Okay.
And then
Hey, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Every 15 minutes.
every 15
I'm
minutes.
down.
Theory.
Let's do this thing.
I'll start pouring 8 ounces for myself.
Jacob,
Yes, sir.
this is your go.
All right.
Money, big money, big money.
And a.
That's an
6?
11.
11?
Okay.
Yeah, it's 11.
Uh-huh.
So, oh yeah,
Got a
we
pill.
don't- But it's kind of interesting. Find out what 11 is.
All right.
No, that seems pretty
So
innocent.
there's
doesn't
no
it?
duplicates.
Got it.
11 is off the board.
Oh,
Okay.
so nobody's
so-
going to get the same thing.
All right.
Alright.
I'm ingesting this.
Like this. Hank?
I like it. You think? Thanks.
All right, so I'm going to take 11 after the podcast.
Toss your 11. All right.
11's down.
What is this? You got a 4.
Is that me?
Yep, that's you, Justin. You
All
got
right. 4 is a powder. This
Alrighty.
Here, let me.
So 11 and 4 are off, right?
non-sketchy
Put these to
white
the
powder.
side.
And so it's kind of good.
This flavor should be really good. I think you'll like it. He's a lemon guy.
All right, and Ben, your
Smells good.
your spin, okay, is this one. Oh, same one. Can't do it. We're gonna have to do another roll.
All right.
The wheel's rigged. It's not rigged.
12.
So that one is 12.
Oh,
12.
All right.
Very, very different things in different parts of the wheel.
all right. So that's another capsule we're taking off the board, right? 12.
Are these DR
Yeah.
caps? Like, are we going to be waiting for a half hour for this?
These are
Gelatin. Gelatin.
Cool.
All right.
very interesting.
You're right.
Nice, isn't it? Some of them are
Refreshing.
nice.
All
Very
right.
refreshing.
Oh, you got your little vortex bottle? That's dope.
I love these things.
All right. So,
Jacob's face, he's like,
Don't worry, there's no stimulants, Jacob. We won't keep you awake.
oh, that was already established?
Well, no, I put it on the story and I told Isaac he can tag you guys if he wanted to, and I think he did.
Yeah.
He did.
I don't touch any of the updates anymore, so I was like, okay, well, I hope they didn't take that the wrong way. I'm down for anything, but
Not down for some minutes at the same time.
The youngest guy here. Gotta get to bed.
I'm going to join Ben with what he's got.
All right, I'm feeling better about what I just did then. All right, so while we're doing this, can we get the discussion talking about what you guys have been up to? What's been up since the last time we talked? I'm serious.
So, well, I was gonna say, did Jacob? So, Ben, you got to try some of their newer stuff. I don't know what we're allowed to sort of talk about. Jacob, did you also? I can't remember.
not to. I mean, unless we're talking about like from 2 months ago, then no, nothing like new. I mean, we've just been riding that plasma surge wave, baby.
Oh,
All the way.
me
All
too.
the way.
Every day.
It's like, yeah. People think I must have stock in GLAXON at this point because I'm always like, oh, I need a pump product. Well,
Got one for
what
you.
can I say? But yeah, no, I haven't had any of the newer stuff.
All right. So actually, that brings me to a question. So you had the original plasma surge and then the plasma caps, and then I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of people that I know that were talking about the original plasma surge. So can you kind of, because this new plasma surge has obviously had a huge, I know, like, I love it and everybody I know kind of loves it. Like, how is that sort of evolution of that product? And then like the reception, I think this time around has been, because last time, it was kind of in the middle of a ton of other releases and things like that. I don't know like how that all kind of played in.
It was funny because Plasma Surge at the time was like the stepchild formula. It was an underperforming formula. And, when you look at like the first version of Plasma Surge, you have citrulline, agmatine, ornithine, some NAC. It didn't taste good because of that NAC. The NAC does not flavor very well at all. And, it kind of probably got like a little bit of a tarnished reputation because of that. But its original take was like on the classical pathways of nitric oxide formation and not really doing much outside of that. There wasn't anything botanical. There wasn't anything that was nitrate based, but it was strictly something that was like nitric oxide synthase, types of, based methodology. But what we did with the V2 is there were plenty of spots and you can tell this with quite a lot of our formulas that they're in a way foreshadowing their upgrade. And that's what's kind of like nice is like if you can find the flaws in the formulas, you can kind of anticipate where that formula is going to go from there. And with Plasma Surge V1, we did have a good dose of citrulline, which was great. And then the ornithine, works with the urea cycle. It also contributes somewhat to the NO cycle a little bit as well, with its ability to convert into citrulline. But with this one, there was a lot of hate on arginine. And an arginine arguably doesn't have that good of an absorption rate. I mean, you absorb about 45% of what you intake because of arginase in general. And a lot of people will take L-norvaline or N-omega hydroxy nor L-arginine with that in order to inhibit arginase. But Kai Oaxaca did some studies with a combination of citrulline and arginine, and they found out that it did have a synergistic effect and that it could actually increase plasma arginine levels. Now, it did that by inhibiting arginase, but at the same time, that's just one way of increasing blood arginine levels and getting that absorption rate up. The other thing that we did was, obviously the combination with estrogen, which, the number one amino acid that's been studied as far as, the ability to increase absorption is arginine.
Arginine, yeah.
So, why fight that? In that sense, use the data, use, the strengths of that ingredient to actually help it do what it's supposed to do. So the combination of citrulline and arginine is the Kiowa LOX, which those two things, you know, if you know how nitric oxide is formed, arginine will interact with nitric oxide synthase, kick out nitric oxide, and become citrulline. And, you know, that makes sense. You know, we're intuitively supplementation with arginine. It's like, okay, if I want to boost NO, you know, take arginine. And that's how it was historically, you know, like in the early 2000s with the NO2 hemodilator and everything, where you had arginine AKG, which was like your main ingredient. And that's the horse that people rode on for nitric oxide.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in about the mid 2000s that we found out it didn't have a great absorption rate. Everyone in the industry switched over to citrulline. And, you know, arginine just had this bad rap and no one was really like thinking about, you know, even considering using it, let alone like trying to find new and innovative ways to increase its absorption rate. So, you know, we went with that route. Plus there was lots of not just cell, but animal and also human clinical data that Kiowa ran studies. So, you know, that was also nice. So we've got, you know, some cool graphs and everything will be coming out with later. And then there's the other combination, the Cetria, you know, glutathione, which is a dream to flavor in comparison to NAC. But, you know, it's something that does have a synergistic effect with citrulline because it is able to increase nitric oxide levels post-workout. So, you know, that's kind of like what we were hinting at with that combination of NAC and citrulline and plasma surge B1, but we were able to actually further elaborate on that and get it to work a little bit better there in B2. So, you know, that's kind of like the whole theme of everything. It's these small tweaks that have like, you know, a really, really nice effect that kind of elaborates on what the first one was, but does it in a better way.
And then, and I remember when Michael first showed me the formula and I was like, arginine, thanks a lot.
Yawn.
Because now all the questions start to come back around. But so I guess probably just assuming.
Before you saw the formula?
What's that?
Did you try it before you saw the formula?
No, I think you sent me the formula before I tried it.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly, but I was going to say, too, a lot of this, and now with also maybe glutathione, because there's that whole thing, too, maybe a lot of it is your reputation over the last year or so sort of allows you to do things like this, and people are probably more you know, willing to be like, okay, cool, like let's try this, because you've already come out with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Flight comes to mind of things that you sort of have proven that you can do some things that maybe, you know, push against some things that we thought we knew and things like that. So reputation, I think, has sort of like played a role in it also. And then I don't know if it was because you guys released so many products last year, like in a short amount of time before people were really like knowing who you were and stuff like that. So I don't know if that was kind of, I'm just speculating. Just this seems like this really good timing for you guys to try things like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think Plasma Surge sort of got lost in like a just machine gun fire of like stuff that like some of it made really significant impressions. And you know, there was a lot of people that bought the original Plasma Surge and thought that it worked and it was really good, and it did. It just smelled bad.
The taste wasn't too great.
I had unflavored ones every time I bought it.
You know, this particular formula, it's like it mixes up and it's like I find it really tasty. So like I'll just like drink it because it's, you know, it's got a portion of the Astrolite panel in it. You know, and like it's just one of those things where like you can drink that and it doesn't really hurt any cause to drink some Plasma Surge, but it's really
make
cool.
you look juicy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean,
I missed it today actually.
Don't even pump up, man. Just drink Plasma Surge for a photo shoot. I mean, it's, I mean,
because I had to try out that America Labs one, so I didn't want to take anything with it. You know, I just wanted to take the pre-workout. Oh, I missed Plasma Surge. Something fierce.
I felt like it was a really good move that you guys did it first, because you shot out so many at the beginning that honestly I thought Plasma Caps got like more love than Plasma Surge did. So starting off with Plasma Surge reminded everyone, it's like, this is who the fuck GLAXON is.
Right.
Which is good. It gave it the time, and you let it breathe too. In the past, you like really rapid fired, and you put out Plasma Surge and let people appreciate it for a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, that's been really difficult because we have all of them ready to go. And Plasma Surge was obvious to us because it was like, we can do so much better than this. And like, we did, and we have, and now it's like where it used to be in our sales cycle versus like where it is now is it's like a top item. Everyone who carries our brand sells it as much as they sell anything else that we make, which is like, in my mind, a success. What comes next though? Because we have like a lot of other hero SKUs where like we've got like more hero versions of those SKUs, and so it's like, it's kind of an awkward situation. It's definitely fun though. But it's like, it's an awkward situation sitting in like okay, I have like upgraded versions of a bunch of stuff, but it's selling great right now. So like, what am I gonna like? What what do we do with that? People, our fan base for the most part, like, and greatly because of you guys, is very much like a cult community, and we have a lot of trust there. So like, we can pull that off where we're at 100%. But at the same time, like Jacob knows what it's like on the retail side. Like if I just like, hey man, yeah, I know we shipped you a bunch of those yesterday, but like I just dropped a new one today and it's available on the website, and like the other one's good though, like, it's great. You're like, this is gonna be awesome. So we're in like a territory of that, and hopefully it's kind of like a Band-Aid situation where you're like, there's no other way around it. Like you're gonna have to confront that at some point as tactfully as you can.
And I think, I mean, obviously I'm a little biased here. Like, I know you guys personally, so it's a little different, but if the retailer understands like what you guys are doing as a brand, trying to create the whole new, evolution of GLAXON, if they buy into that concept, I don't think they have an issue with it, but I totally get what you're saying. But you know what sucks the most is that these brands will change their formulas altogether without letting a retailer know. And then we're faced with two of the same product on the same shelf without, we just put it in our inventory and log it, but we don't ever, we just assume it's the same. So yeah, I hope that applies. I'm just rambling now.
Yeah, I was gonna interject and say that so I have number 4, and it's so you can feel it big time. It feels like like an L-Dopa CDP choline type total head rush energy. Like, so guys, if you need like a little, like number 4, whatever it is, will give you a nice nootropic.
I'm going for,
You know what you took?
Hold on, we got to get some guesses. Okay, we got to get guesses, and then we can.
All right, you get 3 guesses, rapid fire.
I think mine's Fenibut just because Mike took it.
Is just one ingredient?
It's a good guess, Ben.
When I saw him take it fast, I was like, it's got to be something fun.
I would have predicted Fenibut for mine. I do feel like a euphoric sense of, or some kind of, dopamine, like Justin was saying. I feel.
You've got solid brain chemistry, man.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I don't know, but yeah, no, I felt a sense of relaxation, sense of almost euphoria, a lifted state of mood. I'm talking a little bit more, and I never talked this much early on in the cast.
Sure.
I usually like wait to unleash the guns 15 minutes before we're done. So yeah, I feel pretty good. So that's my guess. Probably some kind of Fenibut or GABA.
All right, so we're at 15 minutes. Let's spin the wheel again, and then we'll talk about what you guys took.
Okay.
All right.
So
I didn't hear what you said. I don't think.
Got any guesses, Ben?
I was going to go with Fenibut. I feel very fluid. I feel more quiet than normal. I feel the opposite of Jacob. I'm normally the opposite of Jacob during these. I normally talk all of the 2 hours. And I'm feeling very like relaxed, and
I'm lit up for sure.
Yeah. I feel like a little like anandamide.
Yeah.
All right, so
awesome.
We're gonna do the wheel.
I want to talk about these two the most.
We get to talk about it. So let's do Ben first this time. Ready, go. All right, what do we have here? That is a 6.
Is that a powder?
Yes.
It is a powder. All
Now
right.
that one is. I mean, you could dry scoop it, or you could do it with water. It's up to you. Interesting.
Oh,
That's
that makes me
interesting.
even more worried. Yeah, let's dry scoop it. Fuck it.
All right. Well, Did I play that? Did I play that one?
Hold on.
I don't think I did. Nope.
You didn't flavor this?
No.
No reason to.
Yeah, then I'm definitely gonna dry scoop it.
Swish it about your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, before you do that. Swish it like mouthwash.
Mm-hmm.
Embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
swallow
it's
it.
disgusting. Yeah.
Breathe.
Ooh. What was that?
All right, we'll get to that in a second. All right, now let's do Justin. All right, he also got 7. No, that's what is that? Like, that's
Wow.
6. We already
6 again.
Oh, I know what that was, I think.
It's a 12. We've already gotten that one. And a 2.
2. All right, we can do 2.
All
Another
right.
powder. And this is the this is the like green
Green
one.
one?
Flavored?
Yeah.
Yep, that one's flavored. You want to mix that. And Jacob. Another 12 again. This is a rigged wheel. All right, now that one is a 7. Have we done 7 yet?
Mhm.
We have not done 7.
Nope.
All right, get on.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Now that's not flavored, is it?
No.
That one you can also dry scoop.
Okay.
But you're gonna need some water nearby. You know.
Oh, I got it. We're on this. Let's do this.
Do the same thing that Ben did.
Y'all give me an anamod?
Nope.
That shit's spicy.
We will come back to it. So, all right. So you want to go ahead and tell them what they did for round 1?
Okay, so round 1, Jacob, you had 75 milligrams of GBB.
Okay.
PBB. Yeah.
Ben had 500.
Wait, he wasn't sweating, though.
He will be.
QBB doesn't make me sweat, man.
15.
Really?
Oh.
Makes Jacob, well, I mean, he felt some kind of energy from it.
Placebo. I guess I was just hyper to see you guys, maybe. I don't
Carnitine,
know.
right?
What's that?
It's carnitine,
It is a
right?
carnitine derivative.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
your brain feel a little better.
Oh, yeah, for
Maybe.
sure. Ben, you took 500 milligrams of Relora, which we can talk about more in a second, and it will be in a V2 product. And then Justin took DBHB,
Which
8
is-
grams, which will also be in a V2 product.
The purified isomer of the beta hydroxybutyrate.
All
Okay,
3 of
well,
those V2 products.
yeah,
actually.
That
Places
makes a lot of sense. I tell you what, that was noticeable. And anytime we've had that BHB conversation a lot about
Yeah,
getting that nootropic effect from it, that was noticeable.
it's like the best nootropic I know of. The delivery of hybrid like needs some work, but yeah, like just straight up B isomer or D isomer BHB salts or
So no more-
non-salts.
Racemic. So
Yeah.
instead of needing such a high dose of the BHB, the lower dose, you still get better results on your blood ketone levels. But I mean, you are supplementing exogenous, so it's not like you're in ketosis. But either way, you know, it's something that definitely you feel for sure.
That was super noticeable. Honestly, how I felt was like I'd taken CDP choline and things like that, and like it was stronger. It felt like a steroid version of that, because I was like, I mean, that's why I asked like how many ingredients were in there, because I'm like, there's a lot going on.
But it's
So-
palpable.
It's most significant feeling. Like if I'm in like a slump and I come into the lab and I like take 7, 8, 9, 10 grams of ketone salts or just the ketones that we gave you, like it's like 30 minutes later, like I'm a different person.
Yeah. So how much did you say was in there?
8 grams. 8.
Yeah, that was noticeable.
Like that's a pretty hefty dose. Like it's a luxurious amount. I don't know if we're targeting that much luxury.
So far, it's been priced down. We're still like that.
Okay. Well, then we are targeting that kind of luxury.
Well, I tell people better look out for that, because that was noticeable.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Relora?
Yes.
Because I'm feeling
okay.
funky now. Like,
You
First
should be
time-
feeling like pretty good and groovy, like I am.
Is this going to be in Tranquility?
No, it's
No.
going to be in Serenity.
Oh, I have those.
Oh, you had the new ones, the V2s, right?
Yeah, I've been using them. I like them. This is is this a larger dose than what's in Sedative or Serenity? I'm sorry.
It's hard to compare because Relora's got its own set of clinical data at certain dosage levels that, it's because it's a trademark blend of Magnolia and what is it? It's a philodendron. It's standardized
Yeah.
for berberine.
Yeah, so you're swapping out the other magnolia that you guys usually use?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's like a real problem to insure it on a large scale. So
The story of that, though, has to do with some adverse events that happened in the 90s, and that there were adverse events with the product that did contain magnolia. However, it was not the magnolia that caused the problem. It was actually one of the other ingredients that was in that formula. And because, it did occur in so many people, they ended up blaming the magnolia when it was never the magnolia in the first place, and that's why it's become hard to insure. And there's not every retailer will will stand behind Magnolia. I think Vitamin Shop will, because they're pretty far out. Those guys that do some more,
They allow some stuff.
But there's some other retailers that won't. But they will do fine with Relora, which just because it's a trademark blend, but it does have clinical safety data. And it's
Yeah, so they have this about salivary cortisol exposure.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was
Lowering
just reading,
cortisol 18%.
My question was though, is the dosage that I took in that capsule more than what's in the new Serenity?
I don't know that off the top of my head. I know you got 500. We wanted to give you a pretty good whopping dose. Most of these things are luxurious dosages.
Because this
I think
feels-
it's twice the dose.
It's twice you said? Because the Serenities that I've been taking don't feel that strong, but it's a similar vein of what I was feeling on those. Feels good.
The Serenities you take should feel stronger than this, what you just took.
Yeah, but
But
this exact feeling I'm getting from it, this part of it is more pronounced than the whole Serenity. Like Serenity, I feel calm, but this like fluidity thing.
It's because this thing burst like in 5 minutes, and so you're getting like a rapid like onset. Serenity's like.
I was laughing at Jacob with your face.
What's that?
I was just laughing at Jacob. I don't know if anybody else is watching Jacob over the last 30 seconds. This is fun.
Jacob did actually get the great sweating combo because he got GBB and then he got, which we haven't gotten into yet, but there's like flavor tech for sensations like.
It's spicy as hell, man. I'm still loving this back in my throat. Awesome.
It's a warming sensation. Now you can add
it's just spicy, but
so you got warming sensation, which is like some flavor tech. That's not really probably not that applicable for us, but it's not. Nevertheless, it's kind of interesting. And then Ben got the cooling flavor tech.
So
I thought it was going to be sodium or baking soda. Baking soda.
Yeah, but when you blew out of your mouth and you breathe a little bit, you could feel the cooling effect.
Yeah,
it's kind of like mouthwash a little bit, but and I got interested in something called trigeminal stimulation, and what that is it
sounds like fun.
Your brain through like the receptors in your mouth. So, there's like for Jacob, for example, I'm pretty sure it's a capsaicin based kind of thing, and that activates the TRPV1 receptor. But like, there's also a whole family of different receptors that are these transient receptor potential, ligated ion channels that are there for detecting things like a phase change when ice turns into water, or when you get a heating sensation or a cooling sensation. And there's actually one more that's on this wheel that we'll get to later.
That one's the bomb.
Is it similar to those flowers you made me chew?
We'll get to that later,
Ben. Do it later, Ben.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that that's a big B2 thing though, because we got into some flavor tech science. Like I had this this book that I bought a long time ago that I didn't totally digest on like molecular gastronomy. I brought it into Joey. He digested the whole thing, and then it just like turned into this
list of receptors.
Hey, I want to order spilanthol. Hey, I want to order. Let's get some erythritol for the cooling. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. And then we started like putting this stuff together, and it's like everything else. Like you can go to whatever length you want to, like where people are going to appreciate it is like is what you really want to do. But there's like some really crazy flavor science that's more than just like sweet and salt and bitterness.
And
You know?
umami, and actually the glutathione creates what's called the kokumi kind of effect, which actually enhances the flavoring of salt. So that's another one of the edges in plasma surge, that glutathione works with the astrolite in order to magnify that salt while you also have the sweetness at the same time.
Son of a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about
The more
that?
you know.
Right? The
What do you
more
think
you
of
know.
your? What do you think
Here
of
I
your-
was just pumping it out, man. You know, like
Right? I just thought I looked huge when I took it.
Yeah.
This roller is
So-
kicking my butt.
Is it?
No, I mean, like, I feel really good, but I'm astounded by how good this
What about
is.
Justin's
What?
drink?
You know what? You could.
I could 100% go to the gym right now.
Should we let? Should we let?
We've already
Should we
talked about
propose that like Ben goes for one of these?
what, trying like number one?
Yeah, Ben, you want to drink? You want to drink the number one?
I'm not going to say no.
There we go.
Boy,
I mean,
if-
if you don't keep on train in like 10 minutes from now, you're gonna probably take over the whole conversation, but you might feel better.
I mean, if I take number one, I still want someone else to take number one if they get to it, right?
Oh no, Justin already took it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
I took number 2.
or you took number. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Take number
took-
4. I'm sorry. Take number 4.
Yeah,
take
number four is what I took.
because
don't
that's.
press the red button.
Oh
and he's feeling
okay.
tired and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
drink
So,
that
yeah,
one.
Ben, drink
No,
4.
press the one.
I have so
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
what
you'll
do you
like
think of this
you'll
drink?
like 4.
Think of the green drink.
All I know is that I still think I'm feeling that number 4 big time, and everything over like the last like few minutes has like gone up a notch or two. Like everything just feels like I could go. I kind of want to go to the gym like right now. I kind of want to go.
What do you think that the effect of
Naku claw.
It was-
yeah. What do you think of the effect of that on top of this?
Everything I felt was from the neck up. Like it's all right here.
I don't really
I'm
feel much.
excited.
All right, so do you still have any of the cup or anything?
No.
It should have been really green
Yeah, it was green, really green.
and a lime flavor, but it probably tastes like lime plants. And that's because you got what is called sodium copper chlorophyll, which is the most potent form of chlorophyll that you can find under the sun, basically. So it's a little bit of sodium, a little bit of copper, but it's got a lot of chlorophyll. Now, you only got 25 milligrams, but it's enough to probably make your tongue green. Nope, not really.
Little bit.
All right. But the other thing that is really cool about it is, chlorophyll acts as an internal deodorizer, so it makes your poop a little less stinky. That's kind of,
How about that?
But yeah, it goes in there.
Joey will like bring in like KFC or some like real nasty fast food, and then he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna chase it," and then he'll literally chase his meal with enzymes and chlorophyll.
I'll chase it with chlorophyll. I love it.
All right, I'm
That's
drinking
good.
this 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is there anything, because like literally as I was going on, still feeling number 4 very, very strongly. Like I had like a couple moments there where like it got like kind of intense. Is there anything that would go together in there to make it? Because I felt like it was intense.
I mean, it's a really good antioxidant. It might work with your mitochondria a little bit better. It might help your body carry oxygen a little bit better because chlorophyll and hemoglobin share a lot of structural similarities. So, but just as a matter of like getting more oxygen to your brain.
How much greens does it take to get 5 or 25 milligrams of chlorophyll?
I do not know, but it's probably going to be a whole lot because like when you're dealing with actual molecules of just straight chlorophyll, I don't know how much actual wheatgrass or chlorella or whatever that would actually take in order for you to get that, but this is just the pure stuff. And the reason why the dose is so low at about 25 milligrams is because you reach this upper threshold with copper because you don't want to overdo copper without balancing with zinc or anything like that. So, it's a really mild dose, but it's the most potent form of chlorophyll you can get.
Yeah,
So
realizing
that's a V2 item. I'm sure you can figure out where it goes.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
not to keep. I'm realizing like I'm the one, like I just keep talking, so I'm gonna let somebody.
Oh no, you're good. Because this is karma. Because we put you to sleep one time. Remember that? We literally took you out, and you were just like, "Yep, this is
Yeah,
great."
no, this is. I literally like what I was thinking when I took that number 2. After a few minutes, I was like, I felt like it like in my brain. Like I felt in my brain. I was like, it's so weird. Yeah, you feel it like in the back of my head, like in my brain. It was super weird.
It's probably just you probably just don't get a lot of exposure to the good
That much
D-isomer
grains.
ketones.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't. It's not. I don't. It's probably not like in your wheelhouse. You don't like. You're probably not on any kind of diet where you would have that like regularly, which is something we think should change. Just based on your perception alone, it's obvious. Like if people had access to ketones more often, like it would probably change their perception of like how they work. You know, if you were to just like sample packet that stuff and you know,
Yeah.
so that's on the agenda.
That was actually, so you guys were the ones that sort of were talking about that originally. Joey, I think it was on that podcast we did before about you were talking about hybrid, and I was like, well, that's a pretty cool idea. So let me try that. And because I had some ketones and things like that people had sent me, but it's always associated with keto stuff, right? And then I remember trying it like during my workouts, and I was like, oh, this is noticeable.
Yeah, and you know we're not all about pushing ketones for fat loss, and that's
Right.
where I think a lot of companies kind of misstep is they're all about get deeper into ketosis and all that kind of stuff, but really it's just a fuel source. It's just something that is fodder to make your body to make more ATP so you can have more energy to work out. And also the combination with activating insulin sensitivity while providing carbs, while providing ketones all at the same time is going to be like your best case of all possible worlds.
I wasn't following along with what everyone took at what points, but what did I just take? Because I can't remember. And
I was just looking over at Ben, and I'm like, Ben, where are you, man?
I don't know.
I love that one-liner there. It was like, I was just not following along. And
well, I heard chlorophyll, and then I heard DHBs, and I forgot which one it was that I took.
You took number 4, right, Ben?
Yeah.
That's the DBHB.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Brought to you by Compound Solutions.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, Ben, you should feel that one.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel, like those, like...
I know, this is making me want some right now. Like,
I am way too amped up. Like, I am...
Imagine taking Specimen and Serenity at the same time. Or taking Serenity like an hour before you took the Specimen, so it hits at the same time. That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm like, I feel like one of my eyes wants to close, one of them wants to open at the same time.
all right, it's time to spin again.
All right, we're spinning again.
Okay.
First hour, it's going by, folks. It's going by. So this time, who went first the last 2 times?
I went the second time.
well, we switched it up. I went first the first time.
Yeah, so Justin's first this time.
So 2. Do we have 2?
I already took that, yeah.
We already did 2. All right.
Yep.
We got a 5.
5. We have not done that yet. Another powder.
Ooh, is this Justin?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Great. I like the sound of that, right?
This is the preferred dry scoop method.
Wait, I took 5.
You took 5?
Didn't I take 5?
No.
Oh.
You would know if you took 5.
You
No,
know
man,
it.
it's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
All right, my baggie's open, so I thought I took it.
The look on your face is the best.
no.
You're like, no. That's a
Justin,
You
take
would
your 5.
5. Like it's just like no way you took 5 and you didn't scream or something. By the way, Justin, go ahead and
Scream.
So Ben, the look on your face. Jacob, we got to screenshot that look that he had.
Oh, I'm getting all these one-liners from all of us tonight.
Are you marking these, time stamping them?
I should be. That's actually a really good idea.
All right,
Don't
do
worry.
me. Do me.
Ben? That's
6.
6. We've already done 6, right? Yeah, Ben already had 6.
Oh. I have 6. 11.
That's an 11.
Ben, you're cracking me up.
Yeah, I've done 11.
We've done
Got
11.
it.
Moving on. Oh, wheel. That's 5. And have we done 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin just did 5.
Justin, wait, hold on. Now swish that around your mouth for a minute.
Don't spit it out. You think it's cool now. Swallow it and then breathe.
And then breathe.
Leave your mouth open.
A little bit.
Just wait. Or maybe we didn't do a high enough dose.
Did he get what
Do
I
the
thought he
whole
got?
thing?
No, but we probably should have had him put it in his mouth.
Yeah. You feel it.
It should feel like your mouth, like your tongue is like being electrocuted or something.
Ah, yes.
No.
I'm
So-
doing that one next. I like that one.
It's interesting. So what that one is it's spilanthol. We gotta find out which one. Ben's gonna get one.
Okay, Ben, you got one.
You can do 1 and 5 if you're really feeling froggy.
Yeah.
Put 'em
Oh,
in
I feel that. I feel it
I'm
now,
ready
though.
for announcement
I feel
about-
it.
You feel it now? It lasts for
Mhm.
like it's really weird.
Is that the
Yeah.
flour?
alter
You know what?
taste
Hey,
perception.
Justin, if you have anything like sweet or bitter around right now, try it, and it will like completely manipulate the way that it's normally supposed to taste.
Is that the flour?
If you were to squeeze a lemon into your mouth right now, it would taste like sugar.
Or if you like put like MCT or amino acids in your mouth, it would taste like chicken.
Wait,
That's an inside joke that you guys won't know. But
wait, I'm taking one.
1, and if you
Yeah,
want to mix
1.
that with 5, that's up to you, man.
I've
Wait,
just
somebody
never-
already took one, right?
no, it's okay.
I've never seen Ben so intense.
Yeah.
Just
He's
making
like,
sure.
give me more. I want them all. Let's.
Didn't someone already take one?
No one took one.
You're number 1.
Am I dry scooping this or am I drinking it?
I say no. You need to
You
mix
need
this
to-
one.
you need to
It's a
mix
good
this one
amount
up.
of
It's
powder.
good. It's pretty decent flavor.
Just yes.
Throw some 5 in there, man. Go nuts.
I'll do it. For you guys, I'll do it.
All right, so Jacob's got to get one.
Don't do it. Don't do it for us, man.
I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for the sirs.
Number 3.
Wait, Jacob's got 3.
Oh, Jacob's got number 3. Wow. What can
Wait,
you do?
we're doing
Do I
1
do I
and
dry
5?
scoop this or?
Jacob, you
I would
mix
enjoy-
that. Oh, this flavor is awesome. You should mix this in water and tell
Okay,
us
awesome. How much? 8 ounces or so?
the flavor that you probably never had before.
Okay.
I hope it overcomes the spice.
Thank you.
The spice is probably gone, isn't it?
It's big, yeah, for the most part.
So anyway, let's rotate
This is going to
this.
be really interesting.
I know. Let's rotate this back to Justin. Justin, what you took was so Ben, when he was here doing his visit, he ate a flower, which is called the Sichuan button, or spilanthes, and it contains an active component called spilanthol. And spilanthol is another trigeminal stimulant / flavor aid kind of thing, and it creates this electric sensation across the tongue, like you've licked a battery. It also increases salivation a little bit, and you know it's a unique sensation. You know, it's not quite spicy, but it is like definitely different.
Yeah, you can feel
Water
it.
use, Jacob.
It just took a little bit, but then you definitely, it still feels like it. Like there's,
8 ounces.
yeah,
Okay.
like some electricity going on there.
That's really good.
You'll never guess what that flavor is.
I'm not even gonna try to. It's good.
Is it?
But
You buy it?
I would, yeah, I would buy it. Man, it almost tastes like a melted down icy or slushy mix to me. Like that's I really enjoy it. I just don't know how to
Flavor
coin.
icy or slushy though.
I don't know. I don't. It's good.
So Joey, wait, spilanthes, is that anything? Because we see spilanthes in products. I can't, like, I'm drawing a blank of like where I've seen that lately, but I see spilanthes. I've seen them here and there, like in formulas, but not exactly what you said, but something like similar.
I don't know, man, because this is a unique flower, and I don't know. Maybe there is some sort of other thing that it's extracted for other purposes. I mean, that's completely a possibility. But as far as like the active chemical, and it's called spilanthol, and you know that's what makes the tongue tingle.
Ooh.
And you know it comes from a flower. It's used in a lot of different culinary dishes and stuff. A lot of Asian food.
So I just used the Supplement Snoop app and looked up spilanthes, and sure enough, in one of Mileblocks' Mania has spilanthes acmella.
In the actives?
Yeah. And to raise libido and testosterone levels.
Sorry. If it raises your libido and testosterone levels, but
Anyway, that's just a shameless plug, but there it was.
I love that. I love
it's gonna
that.
make some people try mile blocks now and find out if it makes their tongue tingle.
I don't know if that was the latest one that they just did. I didn't look.
I'm gonna be really honest with you, as someone who has really eaten it and really experienced how intense it is. This is maybe a 20th of how that experience was.
I should have done like a gram of it.
That or just send him a whole flower.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I've got
to give
from
you
that-
an idea, like when I ate those flowers, like my tongue felt like someone took a 9-volt battery and stuck it on my tongue. Like it was insane. I wanted
Yeah,
to stop.
I don't like Szechuan food's like hit or miss because of that. Because sometimes they just like overdo it and then you can't taste anything else. But the way it alters your perception of like bitterness and sweetness and stuff is really cool. Like I don't know if you have anything around you that's like sour, but if you drink it, it won't taste sour. It will taste like just straight like sweet.
No, I don't have anything.
Wait, so
around me.
what did I take the second time that was so spicy again?
All right, so that was a heating effect. So far we've gone over 3 different effects. Ben got the cooling,
Okay.
got the heating, and then Justin got the tingling effect.
And what about one? Was it one an effect as well?
Was what?
One?
Oh, you're gonna find out what one is.
Oh,
The orange flavor, right?
Oh,
What did you
I don't
think was
even
the
know at this point, dude.
orange flavor good?
Was that what one was? I drank it just fine.
Yeah. Did you drink it?
Yeah, I drank it. I
Okay,
drank it with
so-
5. You guys told me to drink it with 5. I drank
Okay, so you got a little bit of the tingle too.
a little bit, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I get it like on the very tip of my tongue, and maybe like the sides, but like
That else might actually be usable in a formula. though.
Was the number 3 that you drank, was it really sour?
The third one that you had.
Or, I'm sorry, number 1 that you drank, was it sour?
are we talking about the first thing I took or the packet?
The last thing that you drew.
Dude, the
It
last
was not like overly sour. It tasted pretty good.
Okay.
I have had so many liquids in my mouth today. Like I don't.
Heyo.
Yeah. We need like palate cleansers between these.
So let's turn this back over to Jacob. Jacob, this
Yes,
flavor.
sir.
Have you thought about this flavor anymore?
I like it, but I don't. For me to try to guess what it may be would be almost disrespectful to you guys. And I don't know, man. Like I think of, I don't know. I think of like a red slushy for some reason. Like that's just what comes to mind with this number
Anyone
3.
else want to try it?
I don't think. So.
Actually, yeah. Number 3.
Wait,
Number three is a real awesome deal.
It's a winner. It's a
I mean,
winner.
so are there actives in these, or are we just testing flavors right here?
Oh, yeah, it's a combination of both.
You got a pretty
Okay.
luxurious dose there.
There's always an active.
I'm cool with it. Let's do it.
Well, do we
Okay.
want to take 3 with whatever other thing we're taking? Or I'll have to go get some more water or something.
When you find out what 3 is, you'll I think you would agree that it would go with everything.
He'll be on cloud 9 if he drinks the 3.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
Oh, yeah.
all 3.
The flavor is the coolest flavor I think we've had in here. In
Is it okay for me to mix 3?
I like
with
it.
one?
I would like that in Astrolite or something.
It was inspired
That
by a
taste.
jar of jelly that Michael found at the store.
Oh,
really bougie. Well, no. So it was
was this the thing I
inspired.
got with you?
What's that?
Was I with you when you bought that? Was it that plum apricot? Plum apricot?
Yeah. Yeah. Plumbercott. Yeah. Dinosaur eggs.
Nice.
Yeah. Plum apricot is the flavor, Jacob.
It's a
Okay.
Apricot
Yeah.
plum.
Plum-
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, that was delicious.
The only issue with it is that you say apricot plum, and then people are like, "Nah, I don't know about that." But like, if you just like put it in someone's mouth, they're like, "Well,
Plumpercott.
plumpercott, yeah, plumpercott." I think they call them plumpercots and pluots, and then they also call them dinosaur eggs because they look like dinosaur eggs in the Land Before Time or something. You guys might be too young for that movie.
Oh, I definitely remember that movie.
Yeah, it's a sad movie.
Very sad.
I remember it.
You want to tell him what number 3 is?
Yeah, you guys want to know what number 3 is?
Yes.
Wait, can I find out what number 1 is yet? Or are we-
Number 3, that's a good flavor. It's like a cherry. Yeah, Jacob.
Like when you know you'll know what number 1 is.
He may not. He may be tolerant or something.
There's no way. Absolutely no.
I didn't. Yeah. Other than the spiciness, I haven't gotten anything out of the first 2 things I took. But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
be in the heat. I mean, not really. And if you don't react to GBV, then you're not going to react to GBV.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
You'll
okay.
react to the last thing you drank, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
I'm drinking number 3.
What's that?
I'm drinking number 3.
All right.
Flavor's awesome.
Is this the plumper cut?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's designed, the flavor panel on it is only for like 8 ounces of water, so I wouldn't go too much water, but
It was perfect in 8.
Yeah, I've been doing 8
Mhm.
for everything. All right.
all right. How are you feeling, Ben?
I don't know at this point, dude.
Ben and I are on opposite ends, I
I
think.
feel like I have met, like, I don't know. I feel like I've put a lot of party drugs together, and I'm just here for the experience.
Ben, I just don't think I've ever seen Ben so serious. I think like I'm on the top where everything's funny.
These 2 guys ended up in the last round.
I don't know, but that'll be nice.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be
You guys
really nice.
Really lucked out because we were like just crying, laughing about some situations that were going to go down.
Is this beta alanine?
Maybe or niacin. I don't know.
Or both?
Wait, number 3?
No.
Number 1.
Oh.
I knew this one was beta alanine. I called this out when were we like talking? And I was like, I see it. I think it is.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it physically.
I'm getting some itchy on my chin. My chin.
Yeah.
Chin.
Have you ever had 6.4 grams of beta alanine with a gram of niacin before?
I don't think so.
Just kidding.
No, you're not. I know you're not. I've had 6.4 grams of beta alanine, but I have not.
I think that only time is going to answer this question for you because I don't know if you'll be able to tell whether or not I'm serious yet. But yeah, 6.4 grams of beta alanine. That's
With how
like
much
what?
niacin?
Well, that's like double clinical, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's a clinical study at 6.4.
Yeah, there was one at 5. Most of them's around 5 that I've seen.
I could not handle 6.4 grams.
You can't?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I
think most people would get too itchy, but you guys all probably have tolerance to beta alanine. Like you probably consume it.
So I did the 6.4 dosage for I think 4 weeks, but I did it the way the study did it, which was 800 milligram dosages, like 8 times a day or something like that. So I never really had it all at once.
Wow.
But
All right, yeah. What was number 3?
2 grams of CDP choline.
Okay, yeah, that's
Wow.
one. All right.
2 grams.
Yeah.
Okay, let me finish
oh, this
this
is
up.
a great flavor.
Clinical dose for dementia.
That's the one you want. When
And
I
old
take it, I
people.
take 2 grams.
I would say CDP choline with the BHB that I took earlier. Stuff, man, that would be
That's
some.
a serious treat. It makes me
Yeah.
want to get up and go make a drink with that right now.
This is delicious.
Yeah, it just felt almost like a whoosh effect.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling more, stoic.
Right, that's exactly how I felt with the first thing I took, the BHB. It
Mhm.
felt like how when you take some CDP choline, something you're like, there
Yeah.
it is.
8, 9, and 10.
So these are all going to appear in GLAXON products. The next ones are interesting. We have a few more minutes. Do you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything?
Well,
Rand?
while we're talking about choline, can we talk a little about cholinase? I was promised a little bit of talk about it.
So, I could be in prop blend of the year.
Yeah,
Should be.
prop blend of the year, cholinase.
Oh,
I
it
actually
should be.
One
nominated.
of the year should be Myoseek, I think, but
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I nominated hybrid.
Hybrid could also be prop blend of the yeah, but there's not enough love for hybrids prop blend of the year. But yeah,
Why do I feel like I'm missing out on a joke here?
I got a
Well, it
question
was-
today asking about cholinase versus another choline blend in the market, I was just talking with Joey about choline and choline sources and blends, and we were talking about Twin Lab and their choline cocktail.
and where the whole inspiration for cholinase came from was actually from Twin Lab. Twin Lab in their glass bottle days before, like, I don't know if that product even still is on the market, but they had one that was on retail shelves, and it was called Choline Cocktail. And it was a couple of, different types of vitamins and stuff. And it had choline hydrochloride and it had DMAE. And I saw this in the modern day and I was like, I love the idea, but the formula is kind of sad. And there could be so much more to this, with all the other cholines that we have that are available with the GPC and CDP choline. And for those people, who want the sampler, version of cholines instead of, just going all in on alpha GPC or CDP or bitartrate, you can get all three. And that was kind of the premise behind choline, is just to provide 3 different choline donors that would just, give you a more of a rounded effect. But that's something that has caught fire. There's a couple other brands that use different choline prop blends.
It's funny that it has, though, because in V2 we 100% broke choline up.
Yeah.
Like byproduct where it made sense. Like I think it occurs, or the cholinase occurs like in some SKUs, but like it's really strategic. And then there's some SKUs where they just have like vitacholine or other sources, and it's like it's broken up in more of a like a rational approach. In the beginning, I think it was lucrative because we were like, okay, cool, we can take this like basket of goods and hit every angle, and then we can just have that available across the whole range. But it was just one of the things that like didn't really matter at the end of the day.
So are you guys changing every single formula for this next round?
Yeah, pretty much. Everything is getting a tweak of some sort.
Retailer's nightmare.
But we're phasing in and phasing out and trying to do the best we can to make it continuous. And it's
everything is better. Like I'm pissed when I take some of like when I have V1 stuff at home, and we haven't gotten to like producing batches of the V2 yet. I'm just like, I know how we changed this, and it's just going to be like a little bit better, and I don't have it yet. So I'm like really anxious to do that. Like selfishly looking forward to like just having the deck like at my own house, like of all the new.
Tranquility was that for me.
Oh yeah, see, Tranquility I think and Plasma Surge are going to hit in the same way. Like that one is going to just like. What's crazy is that Sedative always sold really well. And I think we just have a good fan base that doesn't really care as long as the product works when it's a sleep product, because they're just desperately seeking some remedy there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the Tranquility, Ben?
It was so good. By the way, if you want to see a testimonial on this, you can watch my recent vlog with GLAXON. It was so good that when I got home and I went back to using old Sedative, I was, Sedative works really well, but you're like left sitting there like, I want a little bit more. And the Tranquility gave me that little bit more. It's kind of like in Breaking Bad, and they made the blue meth and all the addicts went back to regular meth and it just wasn't the blue meth. Tranquility is the blue meth for me. And it's, I don't think it's all that much of a significant change, but like that, I think especially the time-release melatonin did something for me, because with Sedative I wake up at maybe 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and I feel really good. I feel ready to take on the day, but it's kind of inconvenient for me to wake up that early. And time-release melatonin, I feel like, gets me to that 9 a.m., 10 a.m. range. It's nice.
Yeah, I will say some feedback on Sedative from most of our customers. We, I would say like majority love it. However, there's a certain population of people that just report the same exact thing every time. And it is that they will take it and they fall asleep amazing and wake up 3 hours later like they're wide awake. And that is like, and it's insane because like it's just customer after customer that like there's a certain population. I'd say 70% of people have no issues whatsoever. But then there's that consistent few. Like I'm like, wow, it's just interesting. So I'm very much looking forward to trying Tranquility myself.
Yeah, that was the feedback that we got, and it's actually cool, and it's really dope when you get consistent feedback. Like most of the time, you get really inconsistent feedback, and then I'm like, I'll walk away from it being like, yeah, people are just like reaching, trying to give me something, and they don't really have anything meaningful to report. But with Sedative and with the help of like you guys and your platforms, like a lot, so we owe you a lot for that. But like the feedback was very early on, very consistent with Sedative. And I think we've done like a good job of like the Tranquility is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be hard not to like it.
Did you guys increase the glycine dose at all?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
A lot. So
Yeah, a lot.
What's
Okay,
really funny
cool.
too is remember the one time Jacob did the sedative challenge and he was like, "Why is it so thick?" And you guys added xanthan gum to Tranquility to make it even thicker.
oh yeah, yeah.
Jacob, I'm really excited for you to try it because it's. Can we tell them what the flavor is? Is that okay if I say it?
Yeah, go for
So
it.
they made it a like a maraschino cherry like jelly like
It's really good.
it's really
We gotta
good.
do.
Yeah, dope. I'm excited to try it, man.
But y'all keep talking and we'll just spin it.
Cool.
Who's up?
Yeah, there's a great mouthfeel to it.
This is the fourth one, so whoever
Jacob will
went
be
first.
first again.
First last time, so we're gonna find out what Jacob.
That's cool.
8, 9, or 10, and that's a 5, and that's a 7, and that's a 3. All right, this might be a minute, guys. That's an 8.
All right, 8. We only have to spin one more time, and then
Oh.
8 to Jacob.
You're in for a treat, Jacob.
Oh, you are my man.
This is one of my new personal favorites.
This
okay?
is another thing that
ENT. Thank God. All right, let's go.
I don't know how
Finally.
but
That's
like,
not a new favorite.
it's a Finibut killer.
it
Is
is
what
a Finibut killer. It's a compliant Finibut killer.
Yes. Enjoy.
Whoa.
Social lubricant.
Yeah.
I would
Which
really love
number
Jacob
was
to
that?
fall asleep during this. I
8?
think that would be hilarious.
9 for Justin.
Well, I just try to
It
get one of
just-
these two,
it just
and then the other one
takes
gets.
over.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of goes. Justin
All
might
right.
be going to the gym tonight.
Hey, it's all good.
All right, so Justin gets the 9, and then that leaves Ben with the 10.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, Ben.
It's really coincidental that these ended up as the last, or at least that 2 of these ended up as the last.
I'm very excited about the one that Jacob took. Personally,
I'm very excited about the one that Ben took.
Yeah,
Is taking.
yeah.
I don't know.
So
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about the one Justin took. Actually,
yeah, that's
he's a good person to review this based on what he's already taken right now.
Yes, actually, I know it fits perfectly.
Good.
Client Finibut killer.
Yeah, that got my attention.
Jacob's like, what? It's gonna happen to me.
I think.
Well,
after
no,
this,
I'm already a fan of Finibut. Like that's like.
Yeah, I love Finibut.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is. I think we just froze.
No, we're good.
Michael,
They-
what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael did.
That screen cap right there. I'm gonna. Oh no.
Oh, they
Where'd
did.
they go? There they are.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Whew.
Zoom quit unexpectedly.
Joey, is it a GABA agonist like similar?
Wait.
Yeah.
They're dealing with something.
Yeah. I was like, wow, I just took that capsule and now I was like, am I missing something? What just happened?
They did give us party drugs.
All right. So, Jacob, you took number 8.
I believe so. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm going to have to remember that for later, actually.
Yeah. I wonder at what dose. I wonder at what like effect. Which wait. Okay, he's entered. We're gonna be.
Client Finibut killer.
That's interesting.
That's
Wait,
really
hold on.
interesting.
Kick them out before you put them back in.
Wait, what?
Kick the old one
I
out.
Oh.
Hopefully.
Remove 2 Joey Savages, 1 video. It just might show up as a little blurb on our live feed for a second.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking Tranquility with whatever number 8 is later on.
I'm over up here looking at GABA agonists, and
You might need to kick them and have them join again. After this, we should put together the stacks of what each 3 of us took
Yeah, 100%.
and maybe like publish it in some way.
Mm-hmm. It's a good idea. I'm telling you, man, that number, those BHBs that I took first, that shit lit me up.
No, I bet.
Like, it was instant. Like, I was just sitting there, next thing you know, I was like, whoa, that's why I thought it was like a huge dose of CDP choline or something.
adjust this for a second. All right. Until they get back on.
Yeah, I'm coordinating with Michael here.
Okay.
So, guys, if you're watching this live right now, we apologize. It does show up a little blotchy on the stream, and that is just because we were waiting on a rejoin from the GLAXON guys. We had a little internet mishap there. But I just emailed Joey the link, so
Make sure we'll get back in.
So, if you are currently watching, so far we have done what, 4 wheel spins?
I think.
Yeah, and then we had some extras. We threw in some extra stuff too. Of course, we went off plan.
Yeah, that's about par for us.
Since when do I have a password? Zoom can really kiss my ass. I don't know why is it every time we try to stream something changes?
Every time you make a meeting, you have to set it for no password. I found.
But all of you guys joined fine without this, and this is the same like meeting.
Oh, that's true.
You know.
I do want to note for everyone at home that enjoys watching Eve on the couch behind me, this is going to be the last time you're going to watch her on that couch, unfortunately. Yeah. It's a fan favorite some days.
Yeah, we'll all be moving around here pretty soon, buddy.
Yep.
We're all going to have some different sceneries. Jacob, you're moving too?
Oh, I'm staying right here, baby.
Oh, I was going to say, you got a good spot. I like that spot.
Now, my entity might be moving soon to have a child of its own. But
what we talked about?
I'm actually looking at the chat for a change. Is she spamming the chat group?
Oh my goodness.
Blair is trying to take advantage of the situation.
I'll
allow it. I like to help.
I did plug the app.
You plugged the app. I plugged my VOG. Hey.
It says it's not allowing them to rejoin because they were previously removed by the host. So I did remove them in an effort to have them rejoin.
Do they have more than one Zoom account? I'm guessing Michael might have a Zoom account as well. They can sign into.
That's fucking stupid.
The good news is we're only an hour and 7 minutes in, so
lots of time. Although I can't be going over tonight, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Well,
right.
We've got Mr. Michael back. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
All right. Let's get some GLAXON.
Well, we're not getting audio from Michael.
All right, we'll hide him again.
Man, I don't know what else to do other than just
We got to get him in and get his audio going. That's all it's about.
I guess there was an internet outage or something on their end. I guess we should have held tight and waited for
Probably should have waited, but
well, anyways.
You guys want to talk about anything service related?
Yeah, we got
December 12th is a big party that we're going to be part of.
That's
right?
going to be huge, man. Pretty much the whole industry involved there. We already got the food taken care of. We've got the venue taken care of, and we've got some beverages taken care of. We've got lots of awesome people coming out.
I love that it's at Iron House.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And I look at it as saving everybody costs, but I also look at it as, hey, it's at a gym. Like, how much cooler can that be? It's an open floor.
It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, if you want. I mean, it depends on. I'm basically requesting the CrossFit, the strength and conditioning side of the gym, to be for the party. We're going to request that once people start consuming beverages or anything of their choice, that they don't enter into the weight room area. That is just more, and that's just from a liability standpoint,
Right.
and for the gym owner. I mean,
Sure.
she's such a sweetheart, man. I'd hate for somebody to hurt themselves there or hurt other people.
I'm going to rip some whiskey and pull some deadlifts.
Well, you can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, on the platform.
Yeah. Did I hear?
I mean, I'll probably barbell curl, but no,
dude,
I don't.
Whiskey and deadlifts is like as natural as like America and apple pie, dude.
Right.
I don't know if natural is the right word for it, but. Are they having technical difficulties still?
Yeah.
Did we accidentally ban him from this?
Well, regardless, my combination was stellar.
Mm-hmm.
My combination has been very interesting.
Yeah, mine was lots of energy.
Energy wasn't what I would
I have a
say.
feeling he's probably trying to log into his Zoom account on the computer.
Yeah.
Right now, because it was under Joey's. If I had to guess, my messenger. Let's see.
We are hemorrhaging viewers.
That's okay. I will cut this portion up, and we'll still have it in audio perfectly okay. Y'all got a busy rest of your week?
You can say that.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you on the side about that, Jacob.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Yeah.
How is everyone's training going?
Good question.
Yeah, I'm in kind of a maintenance right now, just trying to. I've got a lot of projects going on, and I'm not devoting. And I mean, I'm no excuses. I'm just not devoting the time I should be to training.
I should be doing that. I am that busy that I shouldn't be trying to do anything in the gym. But sometimes I decide in the middle of this kind of stuff to do the asinine stuff and try to progress in some way. And Sunday I'm maxing out on squats.
Yeah, I've been training by myself for 20 years probably. I mean, I haven't worked out with anybody. And I came to Virginia. My best friend growing up lives here, and he started to get back into it. And so we go, even going to like Planet Fitness, and we have a blast. Just have a fucking blast. I love it. I never thought I would enjoy training late at night.
Yeah.
Dude, we just have so much fun. Like, yeah, it's like reinvigorated, training for me to like. And then he's making a lot of progress really quickly, like working out with me and stuff. And I'm having a blast. I just love it. Yeah.
Do you feel like having all the extra food in you is really good? Like I've always preferred to train in the evening because of the amount of food I have.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Especially when I go back to it, I just don't like to eat right to go to the gym. But if I have a day's worth of meals in me, there's no doubt that my performance is better at
Mhm.
night.
Yeah. You still have bench
Especially,
press, right?
yeah. Well, it's like I never had an issue, say, with like necessarily like strength, but I would just run out of gas. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, it makes sense. I would run out of gas like pretty quickly, and yeah, just it's a totally different. It's a 180 from how I would train before, and it's just been a good. You know, the time is different. The what we're doing is different. Training with someone is different, and it's just a good, kind of thing. I'm loving it. Man.
I
I'm
try to
loving it.
remind myself when I'm forced to train in a position like that the food you ate yesterday and the day before is still like the glycogen in your muscles
Mhm.
isn't going anywhere, right?
Mm.
Nope.
But it's not optimal, that's for sure. But it's not that bad. Here we go, Michael's iPad. All right, connected to audio.
Hear us?
Here we are,
Yeah.
back
So
at it.
apparently, you can't rejoin from this computer anymore.
Yeah, man, I don't know what the deal is. I do apologize.
You're gonna have to buy a new computer for the 4th episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think once we left the meeting on that computer's maybe I don't know IP or something, it wouldn't let us back in. So
Well,
now we're on the iPad. How are you guys feeling?
I feel good.
I feel fantastic. I do.
Can
I
we
always feel
talk a
fantastic.
little bit about what we took, or do we just want to self-report what we're feeling?
I definitely the words that Joey has said, a compliant Finnabutt killer, are still ringing in my head. So I do want a little breakdown on that.
So let's talk about how we found it, and then okay, which one, Jacobs or? Let's go with Jacobs. Let's go with Lactium.
All right. Now, I like this. There's a lot of cool things in milk. And in addition to whey protein and casein protein and all the fun stuff that's in milk, there's also a couple of peptides, dipeptides, tripeptides, or even decapeptides in this case. But this thing, Lactium, under its trademarked ingredient, is a fraction of milk that it contains something that has been named alpha casozepine. And if you think about how that word sounds, it has a bit of a benzodiazepine-like activity. So it's very anxiolytic. There's a very, very wide range of dosages of this ingredient, from just, having reports of increased well-being to, having significant effects on cortisol as well. And, it is super expensive. It was kind of difficult to find. It's a French company that actually makes it, but there's a few distributors in the United States. And, I've been enjoying the heck out of this. And there's, how Finnabutt has these drawbacks where, you might have kind of, the best description I would call it would be like having the Sunday scaries on a Tuesday, kind of effect, where if you take your Finnabutt in the midweek, a day or two later, you have these weird kind of side effects where it's
Post-acute withdrawal.
Yeah, it's not as fun. It's not as fun. So you got.
It's almost like a depressive feeling, I've noticed.
Yeah, on edge,
Yeah,
typical most alcohol and or alcohol and other tranquilizer type things. Most people people who binge drink, weekend warrior types, they experience post-acute withdrawal from that drinking usually on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And so Wednesday is the most typical night where people will break and go and meet at a bar for drinks again. And it's not a coincidence. It's because of that. And I feel that's what Joey's alluding to with Finnabutt is if you take Finnabutt on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you don't take it, Monday's fine, Tuesday's okay, and then Wednesday you're I just feel on edge.
Yeah.
So this doesn't really have the same issues. Not to mention, if you overdose it, you don't get where you can't walk in a straight line. You just get really, really mellow. So it plays nicely in tranquility. And then you took a gram dose of it, which is really, really luxurious. So you're probably going to feel pretty awesome the rest of the night.
I like feeling awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just had a combination of
Like
everything just hit me.
Decapeptide. Yeah, this is something I came across it. Joey came across it. We kind of tried to find it and track it down, and we couldn't. And then, like most good things we have, Joey like found a way. And
usually I have to find the country where it comes from, where it's manufactured and everything, and be like knocking on their door, being like, hey, who has this in the United States? Where am I going to be able to find this? And a day or two later, because they're on a completely different time zone, they get back to me and I find out who's got it in the U.S.
It helps to have like a little bit of a branding behind us. And that's also like a huge thing in the V2 stuff, where like there was things and combinations of ingredients that weren't possible before. There was things that were cost prohibitive, supply chain prohibitive, that like we have gotten a lot of support where we didn't. And I expect that those things will get better for us, and like I think we'll continue to leverage them. But I don't know. How do you feel, Jacob?
I do feel calmer, almost like just chilled out, so to speak. I will say there's a certain euphoria that comes along with taking a moderate dose of Phenibut. But it's not with that. It's more so a just calming, just kind of a calm effect. So I like it.
Do you get euphoric effects from it?
Not really. You just really notice it, like your anxiety is completely gone, and you just any kind of like tension or anything that you may have had before is just simply not there. And you can use it as a sleep aid, but at the same time, you could use it like I use it almost as a daily driver, because it's fun, and I like, because I'm a high catecholamine kind of person when it comes to adrenaline, noradrenaline, dopamine. That runs me, but in a lot of ways that can be overdone, and when you overdo that, you can end up with anxiety, because like the whole GABA end of your spectrum, your inhibitory neurotransmitters, are not as prominent. So for the rare occasion when I take Phenibut, I feel great, or in the sense that I can actually take this Lactium on a daily basis, really helps level that whole thing out. So like where some people would take stuff like ashwagandha, this is a little bit more heavy-handed.
Way more heavy-handed.
Yeah, because it does have a benzodiazepine-like activity. It does bind the GABA receptors, and it does cause these like nice, mildly euphoric and anxiolytic effect.
Remember that day when we combined it with
another thing that we haven't talked about, but will be in a V2? Yeah, like that.
There was like a day when we could probably talk about it. Like we don't give specifics of where it is, but we were messing around in the lab, and I messed around with apigenin, and I guess apigenin is like an allosteric modulator of GABA receptors. And we took some of like the apigenin on the tongue, like not really thinking much, whatever, because we were trying to see like, is this going to be an issue to flavor, whatever. So we took like 100 milligrams or maybe more on the tongue, and then we took Lactium, like a 500 milligram dose or something, like not that long after it, and it was like a punch in the face like 45 minutes later. Like I came back to the lab and I was like, dude, do you feel like I feel? Because like this is like, I feel like I'm on like this. I feel like I took something that's not supplements. I don't know that that's what Jacob's gonna get out of this, because it's like that was kind of like a more of a combination.
After you drink that tranquility, you will.
Yeah, your tranquility experience, it's gonna be pretty awesome. It looks like you're at home, so that's good.
That's what I was going to ask about when you were talking about it before, being with Tranquility. Did you say it's going to be in Tranquility? It already is. So if you had both of them together,
the Lactium is in Tranquility. Yeah.
Gotcha. So that plus what Jacob took would be some kind of, because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So what we did that day like may have been a little bit cost prohibitive, but I think there's like, once we get you guys like a full tub of Tranquility and you're able to like use it like more often, I think you'll start to feel that kind of thing out, and you'll be like, oh, okay, this is like more than the supplement facts sort of bargains for. You know, but yeah, so I don't know. And
Is there the way you're sort of talking about it too? Because a lot of people, and I guess it kind of makes sense too, is you always tell people, okay, you don't want to take a sleep aid every day, right, and all this other stuff.
right.
Kind of seems like what you're talking about might be something that could be, I guess like I always hesitate to be like, oh yes, take this every day, but maybe you could, you know what I mean? Like maybe it just becomes
Yeah.
part of.
You could. I think you could. I think my hesitation isn't like a dependence type of thing. My hesitation isn't because like you're gonna become addicted to Finibit, and then like when you don't have it, you're gonna have a panic attack. My hesitation with saying that to someone is that like you say this on your platform all the time. I think the three of you sort of have a narrative about sleep that you guys talk about, but like it's a routine thing that like. If you can't sleep, you should be able to. Like a healthy individual should be able to go to sleep like at a similar time every day without any problems and like get a night's rest and wake up. Like if you have sleep apnea or some other issue, like that would be an outlying situation. But so if you become dependent on a product to get into that state, that's one thing. I suppose like you could kind of posture that like maybe taking tranquility or sedative or something like that may help you get a more restful sleep, so you'll have like more benefits that you would get
performance
from sleep.
enhancing kind of.
Yeah, for sure, like more recovery, deeper sleep, like, and that's awesome. But I would be hesitant to say like, hey, yeah, sure, take it every day. I'm sure that many store owners will do that for us. And sleep products, if they work, I think they kind of just bind into your routines, and then like they end up using it like a lot more than they thought, especially if they work. When I don't have any left in my house, but when I had Tranquility, I was like taking it like 3 or 4 or 5 times a week, just because I didn't want to deal with the wind down process, and just because like I liked the way that I felt. So I would have no issue saying that it's healthy, and I don't think you're going to become dependent on it. Also, I have like probably a non-typical position on melatonin itself. Like there's like a ton of people who get really freaked out by melatonin, and like the higher doses that you see, and like how it's not natural. And I think I spoke about this before on another podcast. What's that?
Justin had a funny question last week about like it's a hormone, like it's like almost like you should be afraid of it. Like vitamin D is a hormone too.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
It's also a lame antioxidant. Old melatonin is. I mean, not a lame one. It's actually
like
pretty good antioxidant.
Strongest antioxidant there is.
No, I was just going along with like your thing that like some people get afraid of it. People throw big words at it, like, oh, it's a hormone, or like, oh, like you produce it endogenously, you should be making yours. Like people try to come up with all sorts of reasons not to take it.
No, people kinds of crazy shit to me. They're like, oh yeah, I know, but when I take melatonin, my serotonin levels get all fucked up and I get depressed. And I'm like,
from how?
From like what mechanism that it would do that? Like what? Like it's not serotonin, so it wouldn't downregulate your serotonin. It doesn't like it shouldn't affect you like that at all. And then I've experimented with like really high doses of it, and like this is something that you and I have talked about, Ben. But
some fun
so I find that pretty. Yeah.
And gallbladder.
Yeah. So. To the narrative of like, should you take it every day? I think you can. I think you'd be fine. Should you have to? No. So those are the two different things. Like if you need it, like then you should probably figure out why you need to take it every day. Can you take it every day? Yes. Is it going to cause problems? No, not likely. Anyway, I think Joey pulled up some stuff on what Justin took. So Justin, if you want to tell us how you feel, because you seemed like you were pretty energized. So I'm interested.
Yeah. It was, like I said, the first thing that I took was the most noticeable that I had the whole entire time. But when I took, it was the number 2, the green powder, it was a noticeable like tick up from what I was already going on the first time. Like it didn't last like a really long time, but I 100% felt like, whether it was the combination of the two or whether it was just the extended effects from the first one, I was in the zone, man. And then took the CDP choline. That was not as noticeable. It wasn't like the rush of what the first one was, but now it was a combination of the other ones. And then whatever I took last, I didn't really notice much of a change. I just I told you I was ready for the gym after the second thing I took. I really was. Like, I was ready to go.
Can we
I
talk
guess so,
about whatever
chilled
I
out.
just took? Because I got really zonked for a little bit.
You got a what, 75?
You got an old trick, but it's
Well,
a good one.
what was the last thing that I took? The
So the last thing that you took is like going to be featured in the
Specimen.
specimen B2s. And it's sort of like I think it would be a market first nootropic.
Easily. It is able to elicit a very similar effect that caffeine does through the antagonism of the adenoreceptor without being a stimulant. So it does increase wakefulness. It does have like a bit of like a brighter kind of like an energy feel to it without like the heart stimulation or anything like that. And this comes from yerba santa, which, you know, it not only does it have a whole bunch of really cool like flavones and stuff, but it does have like mild stimulatory effects. It does have some clinical data showing that it's helpful for weight loss and stuff too in a stimulatory type fashion. But it's a new stimulant that we found that, you know, that no one's really using right now. And, you know, I found it kind of coincidental because there was a publication that was done at the beginning of the pandemic that detailed like the top natural products that could stand a chance against COVID. And for the longest time, I couldn't find a source of this ingredient or even the botanical source of this ingredient. And I was looking for something called eriodictol. And eriodictol is a type of flavonoid that can bind to ACE2 and can prevent COVID from entering cells. However, you know, that's not what we're doing here. This eriodictol in the yerba santa that all this stuff comes from actually has a really nice stimulant effect as well. And the eriodictol is something that is completely unique just to the yerba santa. So you're not going to find this flavonoid in citrus or anything of that nature. It's only found in this one plant.
And it's compliant worldwide.
And in the EU, US, not Canada. Canada will only
Canada's
accept.
being really annoying, but they're special. So
what I was going to say is, so as the sort of like nootropic high that I was on earlier sort of come, what I did notice was I kind of felt like everything that I took previously to that was from the neck up. Like that's where everything was sort of happening. But then with the last thing that we took, I started to notice after that kind of calmed down a little bit, kind of feeling it more like in my body.
You're a warming kind of body euphoria.
Warm.
Like it's pronounced, but it's when it's combined with like a lot of stuff at the same time, we can tell a difference.
Yeah.
So that'll be in the specimen B2s. Hopefully we didn't lose Jacob for the evening.
No, he's
We
gone
may
back.
have.
He's okay. He texted us.
Okay.
It's not. You didn't mess him up or anything.
Okay.
Joey, you said something interesting. You were talking about this nootropic ingredient, and you were saying that it works on the adenosine receptor similar to caffeine, but it doesn't have stimulatory effects. In your definition, I think this is something Justin and I have talked about, like what the definition of a stimulant is. Are you talking about heart rate and blood pressure in terms of what it doesn't do like a stimulant?
Yeah, but this one actually is more vasodilatory because it works on the adenosine 2A receptors, or also called the ADORA 2A receptor. So it works on myocardial oxygen delivery. It works on vasodilation. So this is something that neck down wise is definitely going to be something that increases blood flow, but it also, you know, is a little bit increasing in energy levels, and that's purely through the antagonism of the adenosine receptor.
Yes.
I think that makes
I'm not sure
yeah, I was gonna say that's exactly what sort of as what I was kind of thinking about, what I was sort of feeling. A warming sensation, sort of an overall blood flow. Like, okay, like if I also like thinking about it too, like if you were in the gym right now, you're already sort of kickstarting that whole process, kicking you up a notch. I'm sure that would be pretty effective.
Yeah, and I think you guys have tried. Both of you and Ben have tried specimen B2.
Mm-hmm.
That might make sense.
You guys gave me so much
Yeah.
different shit in that one that I really didn't know which one was hitting.
Ben, how are you feeling? Because we haven't talked about what you took.
Ben, you're cracking me up tonight, man.
I
I've
was
never seen Ben like this so far in
I
my
was
life.
so zonked before. I was so zonked. Like I was like
You were
really zonked.
Oh, but you drank the DBHB, right? So you
Yeah.
that kind of go up a little bit.
A little bit. But I was zonked, dude. That last one I took. What did I take? Was that last capsule?
You want to give him the Herbs of Commerce name?
Just tell me what I took, dude.
Fibroria racesia. Fibroria racesia is how you'll see it on labels now, but it's the botanical that's used to source the tetrahydropalmitine.
I have no
So
clue what any of
that's-
that means. I'm sorry.
You're right. You got that, Ben?
So tetrahydropalmitine is one of the muscle relaxing, highly anxiolytic compounds that's found in tranquility.
Jacob!
So you are getting a super duper dose of this thing. And there's even like some studies on its potential for radio protection, or like protection against radioactive particles and stuff. I mean, I don't know who wanted to run those studies,
Better
but
than dried prunes?
Russia.
not better than dried. We'll touch on that in a different product.
Muscle relaxing feels about right because I was like, I just want to like lay down.
Dude, that's like
Remember Jacob did that a few episodes ago. Like I just wanted to just let go, let Justin and Jacob take the show, and just be a spectator here for it.
What, a muscle relaxers?
That's what I apparently took.
Oh.
L-tetrahydropalmitine.
Well, that worked out
Yeah.
perfectly then. I think I got all the things I would have wanted to take then.
Yeah, you got like a real nice slide.
So Jacob got the hot set, and then Justin got the nice, fun energy buzz set, and then Ben just got, other than that's 0.4 beta alanine, he got the snoozer set.
All right,
You got
so
super
I don't know.
serious.
We wanted to drink Tranquility like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so or more towards the end. So, like, do you guys want to do that anytime soon?
I'm ready to start drinking.
On.
All right.
I gotta get some water.
Already halfway there. Why not?
I'm gonna fall asleep
Jacob,
before
how
the end
you feel,
of this.
man? We got ours mixed up.
All right, I gotta get some water.
Jacob, how do you feel, man?
I feel pretty just bliss, man. Just zen. You know?
All right, that's good.
I'm just here, you know?
You're usually like that all the time.
I
I
try.
would
I try.
I'd like there to be a clinical study on increasing your mental bullshit threshold with Lactium. I think that one is something.
That's a pretty good, yeah.
You could sell that concept right there. It's like it can actually make you tolerate more bullshit and actually be friendlier to people who give it to you. It's incredible. Pen?
Hey,
No.
okay, so we have some extra stuff here. I have a 7, 8, and a 9. Can anyone tell me?
Yeah, it was all consumed. I'll tell you who got what. Let's see. So Jacob took 8, which is Lactium. 9 is Sant Energy, which nobody probably knows what that is yet, but it will be a thing.
You can pull the 9 aside with 4. You could pull the 9 aside with 11, and we're not. The heating and cooling is different. Copper chlorophyll, that can stay with those. What else could go with this? So it can go with 3.
I'm gonna take the 9 before the gym tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll text you guys the list if you want
Please
to.
do.
I would love to see it, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely like to post it up on the group and stuff like that and talk about.
Yeah. While you guys were experiencing technical difficulties, we were saying we're going to try to compile our stacks and kind of talk about like what we experienced a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything we use will be in our products.
But those are in the V2 revamps of the current products, so it's not talking about anything new.
You're not going to have a 6.4 beta alanine niacin blend, are you?
No.
There's no niacin in it.
Oh, really? That makes sense because I felt 6.4 level of tingles.
Yeah. What we were thinking is that like whoever got it would panic that they got niacin for like at least 5 minutes.
You had me there.
I had a pretty good.
But coincidentally, you got like kind of hammered with some downers before that, so it wasn't as spectacular. Like if it had been Justin with the stack that he got, he would have gotten the beta alanine. He probably would have been like real vocal about,
Being super
it's
late.
happening again.
Not again.
I have to say, I feel like Jacob in this one. Not only am I zonked out, but I also cannot wait to pee all his water out. I have drank so many drinks.
We want you to sit down for 2 hours and drink like 2 liters of water.
I'm just saying, what are we doing after this? What are we doing after this, guys? I'm ready to. Let's go out or
Going
something.
straight to the bathroom after this.
Let's go to the gym and then we'll hit the bar afterwards.
I'm falling asleep.
I've got interesting plans for the next tours whenever we do that next year, as far as like the next set of fun things we'll send over to you guys, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh, what can we
All
talk
right,
about the Because I know or Michael, I don't want to cut you off there. I was gonna ask about the ice cream, but whatever you want to talk about.
So the ice cream is, and I think I've been sort of open about this. The ice cream started as a project with some partners that I have that aren't in dietary supplements, but they do deal with like big box grocery. One of them makes ice cream for their own ice cream brand now. The other is in produce. That project is probably coming to a head in January with like a brand of ice cream that like we're going to make pitches to grocery. It won't carry the name GLAXON, but I'm going to sort of cherry pick some of those concepts or flavors or whatever, and then we'll probably have like some select retailers that we think can accommodate. Like Jacob is definitely at the top of the short list, but like not like trying to do some kind of ghost energy thing here, but like it's just like, we have,
You gotta have a freezer.
well, yeah, you gotta have a freezer, and like you gotta like want it, right? And
Yeah.
so like there's probably like a dozen guys that I know that I talk to a lot that will be down to try it out. But
I want it.
I mean, the first concept that has legs is like a collagen based ice cream with like some added joint stuff in it.
That's awesome. That's an
I
awesome
sent Joe
idea.
like a panel of all the flavors that I had the other day, and he was like, I think he was like really happy, but also pissed at the same time because it was like
There's some
20
good ones on the cutting room floor.
yeah,
too.
there's still like there's like 20 on the cutting room floor, and I think for grocery you're basically targeting 8 flavors because that's like how their category review works and how their shelving works, and like it's really bizarre, and like I kind of hate it how like the way goods are designed for people is because of like how they're presented in retail. And so like I suppose we do that on some level too, but like this is like exponentially more mandatory. So like just situations where it'd be like if Jacob had like hundreds or thousands of like million square foot stores, and he was like, well, we won't even look at your product unless it's this size and you have 8 versions of it and it fits in this space.
But we might only
So-
take like 4 or 5 that we want to bring in.
So if you don't have that, you can go home. It's like, what?
Why would it make
like
it?
we designed it to be in this package because it makes more sense for the consumer and it'll be cheaper and more effective and whatever. And then, well, that doesn't really matter because it doesn't fit like in our load bay, like like some kind of preposterous thing.
We're in a weird display inside the actual cooler.
Yeah, so like there's those hurdles, which is it's interesting to learn about that stuff. But I think once I have like I may have teased. I don't know if I teased like some of the designs of like what it looked like a week or so ago.
I saw that.
But yeah, so like there'll be like a GLAXON spin-off of that. How much legs it has is like sort of to be determined. Otherwise, like it's a full-on business model that like isn't like in our wheelhouse. But if it does turn out that it has legs, then there'll be something that comes of it. There's like also.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say this is if I'm understanding all of it like correctly from our conversations, it's just a little bit different than like the ice cream. The ice cream that you sent us for the party was like one thing, but this is going to be not like as like elaborate kind of formula.
Yeah.
Like, that was a pretty crazy formula that you sent us.
Yeah, so like
It's an actual functional food approach toward ice
Right.
cream. You know, you see things like Halo Top and all this stuff, but like, sure, they're low sugar and low carb and all that kind of stuff, but that's not exactly functional. It's just giving you this guilty
100%.
pleasure or whatever with
Yeah.
a little less guilt. But this is what this is actually something that's going to give you a benefit over regular ice cream or even low carb ice cream.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, and
think that that's functional food at all. I think like what you guys, if you're talking about adding like collagen, things like that to it,
so
that's
like
functional.
it started out like a little crazier, and the one we sent you, we knew that was like never going to be a thing because it's like no one would appreciate that. Like, you know, like no one would appreciate
It was
what
awesome.
costs.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, you guys would, but like,
Although
you know,
I was
in the
hungover as shit then too. Like we were playing Russian roulette with our bodies that day.
Oh yeah, I can
Like
imagine.
stuff that
Looking
day.
forward to
Yeah.
it.
I remember halfway through the day,
bring-
Justin and I did that Enjoy the Ride review, and we're just like, fuck it, we're going in for the ride.
We had so many scoops of it on accident. I didn't do it on purpose. It was
Chris
just like,
kept pouring full scoops in, and it was like, let's drink all of it.
Man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Started off
That's
with
why-
the zone
well,
in the
that's-
morning.
when Michael asked for feedback about the ice cream, I was like, I would love to give you feedback, but I can't.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
There is
It's like
too many.
waving a burned steak. You know, like there's just nothing.
yeah.
There's no
That
difference.
was, you know what? When you look at like well done steak and it's just brown, that was what I felt
Yeah.
like at the end of that day. Like dehydrated jerky. Like I just felt like dry. It was well done. Like I was left on the grill for way too long that day.
Didn't make it through that day though, and then we'll be doing that. We'll see you, Joey. Are you going to come to the party in December?
I don't know yet. So like
I've had
got
a lot
all
of people ask.
Yeah,
kinds
you're
of stuff, but you know, I'll have to take a look and see.
December 11th.
December 11th.
I'm booked and locked and loaded.
Okay.
I think we should do one of these live. I think
We
Dude,
can.
we
But
said- we said- we said-
the only issue is there's going to be like 45 people.
yeah.
watch.
So
Yeah, we said that last time, but there's so much going on. It's so
Yeah.
hard to like pull all of us together to do it.
Especially when we're drunk.
I'd say we're normal. But yeah. No, yeah, we'll definitely make a lot of cool content. That's gonna be badass.
Well,
Yeah. It's like 9:00. I don't know what.
This is
Is
it.
there anything else you guys want to talk about?
this has been everything I wanted.
Oh,
and
man.
more.
Yeah, this is fucking amazing. Of course.
Yeah.
how you feel,
no.
Ben?
Dude,
I haven't seen Ben this quiet ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
Ben's been totally tripping me out this entire time. Like I've never seen him.
I
Like,
get
so-
longer voice messages from Ben at like 1 a.m. than he's at.
It's so
But on
true.
a scale of 1 to 10, Ben, how content are you right now?
Dude, I'm
Look at the
just-
smile on his face.
I'm
Look at this-
like a
I'm
kid.
I
He's
am
like-
messed
he's like a
up.
kid.
It's like I am seriously like,
It looks like he got like the toy in the Happy Meal box
Yeah.
that he wanted, you know,
Yep.
like it was the perfect
I am-
one, you know?
Dude, 100%, 100%.
The thing I wanted to point out with the
He's just happy.
that like it is not like it's not a fuck around ingredient. Like it's significant.
I am
did it in a nebula.
messed
I think
up.
we do like it's like 17.5 per like half scoop in sedative, you know, and Ben took 75 milligrams. So like
That's what I feel
So
like.
that's like
Have a look at his face. He's
2
like,
scoops of sedative worth of the just like it's like the what are they you know the movies where people go to like an insane asylum and they like stick the stuff in their neck to like chill them out, like that's what that stuff is. That's what LTHP is like more similar. It's like
I'm still laughing. I can't.
Oh,
Hey.
I'm
it's harmless. Apparently, it's good for all sorts of like. I think who was it posted it in supplements? There was like an article on
was that
addiction
Hobbs?
and LTHP. Yeah, it was Hobbs. Yeah, but how it's like good for not getting dependent on other things.
It has some
Ben
anti-addictive
can't
properties.
even hear what I'm saying.
I can't stop looking at Ben, and every time I look at Ben, I start laughing.
I'm just like,
No, I think it's like really close to like Neurontin or something. It's a potent muscle relaxant.
Potential and drug addiction for both.
I
cocaine
feel
and-
like Ben. I feel like you're really like worried and really happy at the same time.
Well,
Like-
Ben's a word. He'll tell you that.
what?
like you're so happy that it's worrying you. Like that's how I feel you are. Like,
I am a worrier. Like that's what I do. Like that's, and I have so much packing to do tonight, and I have to do it after I take all this. Like I'm gonna be just like walking around like I need to pack this. This is gonna.
You're not gonna be able to. Do you really have to pack?
I'm
tonight?
gonna wake up
I'm just
tomorrow
gonna-
morning and do this. I'm not. I'm.
well, I'm gonna run to Jersey real quick. I'm just gonna run there. That's how I feel.
Oh, dude,
I'm over here making the ultimate freaking caption photo of Ben, and it's incredible.
I'm so excited for this.
And it's not a bad one either. He just looks so pleasant. Like
I think this is like
so happy.
This is definitely payback for when I was laughing at Justin with the Nyson last time. I think
Well, you can't blame us because
it was
random.
It's random. That's fine. This is karma.
Totally random.
This is karma. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past these guys to somehow weight that wheel.
Yeah, that wheel is weighted for sure.
Yeah. It was going off screen in between spins, so.
I randomized the order you guys went in.
Yeah.
Every single time.
It worked out.
I'm not complaining. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun.
What about Jacob? Jacob,
Sir.
how you doing, Jacob?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm sorry. I got lost in the in looking at Ben. He's beautiful. And
Oh my God.
I want to see like what do you think about 2021 and just Ben's happy face just
it's amazing, dude. I mean,
hope this is how 2021 goes.
I want a T-shirt, a TNS Christmas party T-shirt with that Ben's face, like just smiling on
that
it,
one.
like
That one.
That's the one.
He's like a lollipop in his hand.
I want an After Effects that like takes the still shot, like showing you guys' major emotion of the evening, and just like branding the ingredient on top of it. So it'd just be like the still of Ben with like LTHP.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. I don't know.
We have a Christmas special where we use this picture of Ben smiling, like with a jolly sack over his bag, and like he's bringing all the supplements to the party.
I'm down for this to get me.
I like the lollipop idea, Joey. I think the lollipop.
Yeah. He's like got out of the doctor. He just got a shot that fucked him up, but he's got this lollipop. And he just couldn't be.
I got my lollipop. I'm good.
I'm down. I'm good with this.
Guys, I enjoyed it.
Yes,
Thank
gentlemen,
you
this
guys.
was fantastic.
All right, guys.